Alright then, lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. Good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. Arsenal interested in Kilotherra, in Thilo Kehrer, that is the name. PSG defender, very young, but he's actually capable of playing as a right back and also a full back. James Maddison camp have confirmed there is a 4-year deal tabled for them from Arsenal, just like it was reported by the AFC Bell. And it's a report coming in that Arsenal are struggling to sell the likes of Xhaka, to sell the likes of Edin Nketiah, and all players that need to be leaving. We're going to discuss that and more. Please do smash a like on the video and please do subscribe to the channel as well. And before we go any further, I would love to thank all the people who have actually given me a follow on Twitter. We hit 100 followers there. I was really struggling, honestly. So 100 followers on Twitter. If you want to DM me, if you want to talk to me, if you want to ask me anything about transfers, let us use my Twitter handle. It is called Cossy. Just go to Twitter, type in Cossy. My cover photo is Bukayo Saka, so you can really see a Maddison man, and you'll find me there. Hit me up on Twitter. Get any of my posts. Type your reply there. Type your question there, and I'll be able to actually reply to. Let's use Twitter. And thanks everybody who has given me a follow there. Thanks to everybody who has subscribed to the podcast as well. Like I said, it's amazing. It's amazing. We have videos that have 1,000 likes. It's amazing. We have videos that have 1,000 likes, and you guys continue doing the good work, smashing the like button, and I promise I'll keep giving you the good work as well. So let's get the party started. With Bellerin now reportedly agreeing a 4-year deal with Inter Milan, the work is left on the part of Arsenal to find an agreement between Inter and them. The only problem in that deal, like I said, like I've reported in earlier stages, is Arsenal want to sell the player on a permanent deal, and Inter Milan rather want to take the player on a loan deal plus an option to buy. That is the problem. The valuation of Arsenal in the player is around 20 to 25 million euros. Inter Milan want to pay much more less than that, and even with that, they want to first take the player out on loan before they can actually cash in. Now the problem is Arsenal looking at it in this way. If they take him for 1 season, by the time they want to pay the money, he is already he's already in the last year of his contract. Arsenal will not accept that. Inter as well, they have got the money for Hakimi from PSG, but they're very adamant. They're saying, no, we don't want to pay this money. We are going to take the player on loan, and probably if he does well, then we shall sign him up. Arsenal are very are objecting to that, and a deal is not yet to be struck. However, there is hope that the two parties will actually find a consensus, an agreement, a common ground to see that Bellerin actually leaves the club and he joins Inter Milan. In that same line, Arsenal has been linked with 4 options to replace Bellerin at the moment. The number 1 is Max Aarons, number 2 is Rido Baku, and number 3 is Tyler Adams. The last one is Thilo Kehrer, and this is the only player where Arsenal have made an offer to PSG. The rest are Max Aarons, Rido Baku, and Tyler Adams. No bid, no offer from Arsenal to Leipzig for Adams. No bid from Arsenal for Rido Baku, and no bid for Max Aarons as well. So as it stands, Arsenal has taken in an offer for Thilo Kehrer to PSG. The player is valued around 22 to 27 million euros. And what is funny is Arsenal have gone in with what you would say a very shy bid of 9 million euros. That is what is reported. That's the report I've seen. The Arsenal have actually gone in with a 9 million euro bid for Thilo Kehrer. He could play as a centre back. He could also play as a right back. I think the beauty with him is the versatility. He's not really played so many games at PSG, last season. But Arsenal are interested, and they would actually want to take the player at the Emirates Stadium to replace Bellerin. My opinion and thoughts about that, I think it's ridiculous. It's better we bring in someone who's made for it. I want someone who was made, born, and manufactured and told to do that right back thing. I don't want someone who can actually play as a centre back. I want someone who can actually play in that role. So my options, among all the options, I would go for I'll go for Tyler Adams, Rido Baku, or Max Aarons. Thilo Kehrer, good enough. The deal is not. There is not much confirmation that there's a deal. Maybe the offer that has been taken to PSG, and it is expected to be rejected as soon as possible. Now, the James Maddison camp have acknowledged that Arsenal have actually sent in a 4-year deal. We reported this on Sunday, spoke about this on Sunday and Monday as well, that Arsenal had actually offered 4-year contract to James Maddison. A 4-year contract to James Maddison, doubling his wages. And many people said, oh, Cossy, it's not true. The AFC Bell came out and said this could be the beginning of James Maddison to Arsenal. Now, his camp are expecting a move from Arsenal, probably at the end of this week or early next week. They're expecting Arsenal to make an official offer to Leicester City. There is no contact, there is no talk between Arsenal and Leicester City. However, Arsenal is much aware, and Leicester City is also much aware of what the situation is. Leicester City are interested, are aware of the interest from Arsenal. And Arsenal is also aware of what are the demands and what is done, what needs to be done, to get the player at the Emirates Stadium. The 60 million pound deal could be on the cards probably next season. Next week. We wait to see that. But the camp has actually acknowledged that they received the offer, and the player is very open to leaving Leicester City and going to Arsenal. We wait to see how things will roll up. We wait to see how things roll up with James Maddison. Of course, today in the morning, so many people asking me, Cossy, is there a genuine interest? Is the deal still on? Because it's been a little bit quiet, honestly. It's been a little bit quiet. And the reason as why at times transfers go quiet is at times negotiations are underground. At times, it's dry, but this one is not dry. There is actually work going on, Arsenal working behind the scenes to get James Maddison to the Emirates Stadium. They've told him, we'll give you that iconic shirt number 10, we'll give you double your wages, we shall give you a 4-year contract, get it done, please push for a move. I'm not really sure if James Maddison will push for a move, because at the moment, it's a little bit not easy for a player like Maddison to push a move. Last summer, he signed a new contract with Leicester City. That is a sign of commitment. Now, there's no way you come out, you've signed a new contract less than 360 days ago, and now you come out and start shouting, I want to go, let me go. It would be absolutely ridiculous. But of course, it's a very good offer from Arsenal. It's a very good offer. 4 years plus 1 year contract extension. You have doubling your wages to almost 200k or 210k per week. You have that iconic shirt number 10 in as well, and of course you have the opportunity to go back and challenge for titles, because Arsenal is looking like they are building a great squad. So maybe Maddison, maybe I should just say that. Maybe Maddison, maybe. Right? Of course, we do have an update. The Arsenal is struggling to sell our players. We are struggling to sell out the deadwood from this football club. And the players that we are talking about, the first one is Hector Bellerin, Granit Xhaka, Eddie Nketiah, Sid Kolasinac, and more. Now, this report actually came out a little bit earlier, and I didn't report about it, but it was reported that the likes of Hector Bellerin, Xhaka, Leno, Willian, Kolasinac, Willock, Maitland-Niles, Torreira, Nketiah, Nelson, and Cedric are all on the list of players that should leave Arsenal. They're all on that list. They should leave Arsenal. But the problem is Arsenal have actually still failed to find what you would call suitable buyers. For Bellerin, I think Inter Milan will take him. The problem is agreeing a deal. For Granit Xhaka, Roma, I actually don't understand what Roma is doing, because Romano said this deal is in the final stages and it will be very completed after the Euros. That is what he said. Now, he also said that Roma are still waiting for Arsenal to sign in a midfielder so that they can come back for Granit Xhaka. Obviously, you do understand their strategy. Their strategy is, if Arsenal sign in a midfielder, then they cannot actually keep, they cannot keep both players at at the stadium, at the Emirates Stadium. You can't have Neves and have Xhaka as well. So I think that is their strategy. Let Arsenal get in someone, and they will be under more pressure now to offload Granit Xhaka than we are, than we are facing at the moment. Because at the moment, Arsenal is not really under pressure. Xhaka could stay for another season, but the moment you bring in a replacement for Xhaka before he leaves, you're under more pressure to let him go. With Willian, I think his wages are ridiculous. He had an opportunity to go to Inter Miami. He wasted it. With Ban Leno, I think, look, I think there is a whistleblower out there trying to convince us, trying to sell the idea to us that Leno actually wants to leave or is going to leave. I'm still very convinced. I mean, his comments hold a lot of water as a player. Say, I'm very open to staying to Arsenal, and I'm very open to experiencing the world, the world beyond. And I don't have a problem with that. I think if Leno left and we replaced him, well, probably with Onana, or if you give me a Yano Black, I wouldn't care. I mean, I wouldn't even miss him. But if we sold Leno and brought in Aaron Ramsdale, that is the problem. That is where the problem is. So with Leno, I think there are high chances he will stay. Sid Kolasinac, terminate his contract, guys. Let's be serious. We should terminate his contract. Yes, we are losing more money, but terminate his contract. No one is gonna give us money. Sid Kolasinac. I think if Schalke offer was still in the German Bundesliga, probably there would have been a chance. But now, I think his high chances at playing in Italy or in Germany, and I've not really heard of any serious bid for Sid Kolasinac. I've not heard of it, unless I've skipped my notes somewhere, but I've not heard of it. Joe Willock, that one's a difficult one. I think Arsenal would love to keep the player, at least for some time. Yeah, I think they would love to keep the player for some time, at least a season, or give him a long-term contract and then eventually loan him out. I don't think Arsenal are more interested in selling Joe Willock. Maitland Niles, what should I say? It looks like his role at Arsenal is normal, because you have in the left back position you have Nuno Tavares, as well as Kian Tierney. At right back, you could have Chambers as your main right back, and being backed up by Cedric. For me, Maitland Niles, I mean, he needs to find himself. I mean, he's not a good right back. He's not a good central midfielder. He's not so good at anything. That is the problem with Maitland. Not so good at anything. And I think that, the versatility eventually that, he applies, that has failed him to focus and nail down one position, is actually affecting him. Maitland Niles, West Brom is interested. West Brom could be interested, and a couple of Premier League sides maybe. Lucas Torreira, that one should be going to Lazio as long as Arsenal can lower their asking price. Eddie Nketiah, Crystal Palace is interested. I think they will decide if they're going to sign Dolberg, or they will sign Eddie Nketiah, and a couple of other clubs are interested in Eddie, including Bayer Leverkusen, and many more. Reiss Nelson, Arsenal want him to stay. The player is still assessing his options. Olympiacos is interested in Reiss Nelson. I still have a feeling deep down in my heart that he will stay at Arsenal. And Cedric, something tells me Cedric will stay at Arsenal. I mean, it's my instincts, purely instincts. I'm not getting it, off any logical background. It's just my instinct that that Cedric Soares will stay at Arsenal. So that is the update, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure we do smash the like button. Let's get this to 500 likes. And like I said, thank you guys for really smashing the like button. You guys are the real ones. And the more you continue to smash the like button, the more we get closer and closer and closer to the real deal. Speak to you soon.